It all began in the early 20th century when aviation was in its infancy. The first fighter jets weren't jets at all. They were propeller-driven planes. In 1914, during World War I, the French Morane Saulnier L and German Fokker Eindecker took to the skies.
Propeller was the first aircraft that was used in the French Air Force.
These open-cockpit biplanes, armed with machine guns synchronized to fire through spinning propellers, marked the birth of air combat. Pilots dueled at speeds barely topping 100 miles per hour, relying on skill and daring. The Eindecker's interrupter gear was a game changer, letting pilots shoot without shredding their own props. Talk about a leap. By World War II, fighter planes had evolved dramatically. The British Spitfire and German Messerschmitt Bf 109, introduced in the late 1930s, pushed speeds past 350 miles per hour. These monoplanes featured enclosed cockpits, retractable landing gear, and powerful engines. The Spitfire's elliptical wings gave it unmatched maneuverability, while the Bf 109's dive speed terrorized Allied pilots. Dogfights became a ballet of death, with thousands of planes clashing in Europe. This era proved air superiority could win wars, setting the stage for the jet age. The real revolution hit with the jet engine. In 1944, Nazi Germany unleashed the Messerschmitt Me 262.
The Messerschmitt 262, in my opinion, was the most formidable fighter of World War II.
The world's first operational jet fighter, with a top speed of 540 miles per hour. It outpaced every propeller plane, armed with 430mm cannons and even air-to-air rockets. Allied pilots called it a flying flak battery, a nightmare to face. Though too late to turn the tide of war, the Me-262 showed the future. Post-war, the US and Soviets raced to perfect jet technology, birthing the Cold War arms race. The 1950s brought icons like the North American F-86 Sabre.
This is the North American F-86 Sabre, the premier fighter in the skies over Korea.
And Soviet MiG-15. These swept-wing jets clashed during the Korean War with speeds exceeding 600 miles per hour. The F-86's superior radar and pilot training gave the U.S. an edge, but the MiG-15's agility kept it a feared foe. This era introduced afterburners, injecting fuel into exhaust for a speed boost, turning dogfights into supersonic showdowns. The skies were no longer safe for propeller planes. Jets had taken over. The 1960s and 70s saw fighter jets become multi-role machines. The McDonnell Douglas F-4 Phantom II, debuting in 1960, could hit Mach 2.2 and carry a staggering payload of missiles and bombs. Used by the U.S. in Vietnam, it showcased beyond visual range combat with radar-guided AIM-7 Sparrow missiles. But the MiG-21, a Soviet lightweight jet, countered with agility and simplicity, proving smaller could still be deadly. This period highlighted the shift from guns to guided weapons, changing tactics forever. The 1970s also birthed the F-14 Tomcat, with its variable sweep wings for versatility. Featured in Top Gun, it could swing from slow loitering to Mach 2 plus dashes, dominating naval air defense. Meanwhile, the Soviet MiG-25 Foxbat pushed boundaries with speeds over Mach 3, built to intercept American bombers. These jets weren't just fast, they were symbols of superpower rivalry, each side pushing technology to the limit. The 1980s introduced stealth, a game changer. The Lockheed F-1-17 Nighthawk, unveiled in 1983, was the first true stealth fighter.
When you think about the F-117, not only was it a game changer in terms of delivering this amazing capability, but it was transformative in terms of technology. It introduced stealth technology into warfare.
Its angular design deflected radar, letting it slip past defenses during the Gulf War. Though subsonic, its ability to strike undetected redefined air campaigns. Then came the 1990s and the Lockheed Martin F-22 Raptor.
The F-22 is both an air-to-air fighter and an air-to-surface fighter, so it can drop to certain levels.
A fifth-generation marvel, With supercruise, sustained supersonic flight without afterburners, thrust vectoring for insane maneuverability, and radar-evading stealth, it entered service in 2005 as the world's premier air dominance fighter. The F-22's sensors can track multiple targets beyond the horizon, firing AIM-120 AMRAAM missiles with pinpoint accuracy. Pilots describe it as flying a video game, a testament to its advanced avionics. Russia's Su-57 and China's J-20 follow, aiming to challenge this dominance with their own stealth tech, but the Raptor remains the gold standard. Today, the evolution continues with sixth-generation fighters. The U.S. NGAD, Next Generation Air Dominance, program promises AI-assisted cockpits, directed energy weapons, and optional manned-unmanned team. These jets might fly at Mach 5 using adaptive engines to optimize speed or fuel efficiency. Drones like the MQ-9 Reaper already support manned jets, and future designs could see fully autonomous fighters. The focus is on network-centric warfare, jets linked to satellites and ground forces for real-time dominance. Europe's Tempest and France's FCAS projects aim for similar leaps with laser defenses and hypersonic missiles. These developments raise questions. Will pilots become obsolete? Will cost and complexity limit deployment? Yet the drive for air superiority ensures fighter jets will keep evolving, blending human skill with cutting-edge tech. From the shaky biplanes of 1914 to the invisible predators of 2025, fighter jets have come a long way. Each era brought innovations, propellers to jets, guns to missiles, visibility to stealth, shaping modern warfare. The Me-262 started it, the F-22 perfected it, and the future promises even wilder leaps. This video is for educational purposes, exploring the history and tech of fighter jets to honor aviation's progress, not to glorify conflict. Viewer discretion is advised for combat-related content.